Hi guys, this is Mitch again, and once again, we're at Road Atlanta in the roof C-Spec, trying to figure my way around here, and having monitor flickering issues again. What is wrong with that? Well, I'll continue this lap, and if it... Whoa, jeez! Really gotta watch that back end coming around on this car. Just out of nowhere. Yeah, so I'll do a whole lap and see if it flickers again, and if so, I'll have to reboot. Hopefully I'll learn how to drive one of these days and not take this long cut.
So let's slow down and give up the time gain.
So you guys saw me practicing here yesterday. That was actually Saturday, I just didn't post it till actually this morning. And today will be Monday. So yeah, what we're doing here is trying to find a safe way around this track so that I can join a race in the Roof Cup. Actually 4 races. I'd like to get a new license so that I can attempt GT3 on those tracks that I know and own. Because I like these cars. Well, specifically the roof. Though you might not know it by watching this, because I am really bad at this track. Like, really bad. Like, I haven't been this bad at anything in a long time. I'm kind of this bad at Lime Rock and Summit Point, because they both have one particular corner that I cannot get around consistently. Lime Rock would be the one on the top of the hill, and Summit Point is that stupid high-speed... Oops, thought I was in one lower gear than I was. That stupid high-speed right-hander followed by the hairpin, where you kind of have to lift to get through that right-hander, and then like once you just have to get the car stabilized and then immediately hit the brakes to make it through the hairpin, and I can maybe make it through there like twice in a row before I spin out, and it's a nightmare. I don't know why those 2 tracks are beginner tracks. There are so many easier tracks on here. But anyway, that's just my rant. So I pretty much know the track now. I just can't get myself around it with any sort of speed or consistency. I think part of that is all the blind corners. Nope, needed more brakes. More brakes, more brakes. Wow, I didn't get an off track? That's ridiculous. Right. Okay, well that was just the worst. Oh, there it goes. I was wondering if I was going to do that. Since I was so close to the start finish, I'm just going to grab a new car and head back out again. So I'm starting to get excited about this week's races. We've got the Spec Racer Ford at Watkins Glen, Classic Boot. My first time at Watkins Glen. I've watched that place a bunch, and it's honestly, it's a pretty easy track. Man, just totally not acknowledging the braking points that I set for myself. My first time at Watkins Glen, I think it's a fairly easy track. It's straightforward. There's nothing really tricky. No blind corners. Sorry, I hit the mic. You know, it'll take me a while to get some speed there because you gotta really know the track well. But I think I should do fine as far as keeping it on the track. Sorry, I'm just totally focused right now because I'm doing surprisingly well. That wasn't the fastest way through there, but I think for now I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I find I have to just find a way to get around the track. Uh-oh. I have to find a way to get around the track consistently. And then I can work corner by corner. Sometimes it's more than one at a time, but find my braking points, my turn-in points, and all that in a way that I can be consistent, stay on the track, and it's usually slow. It's always slow. Whoops. I don't even know what button I hit there. And then once I can execute that, that frees me up to focus on getting faster. And I then, if I notice a place where there's obviously some time to be gained, then I can attempt to grab that time while not having to worry about the other corners. So that last white thing on the left is my braking marker for that corner. And then I don't know really what I'm doing here. I need third gear for this corner, but that's too slow then. And then I didn't brake soon enough. Good. But you know what? That's not even that important of a corner. This corner is very important, and I need to concentrate on it. So I think I'm going to do that. And then a braking point for this corner would be freaking nice. There's like nothing there. This corner is also very important, and I have trouble seeing the exit for some reason. It's more than a 90-degree corner, which makes it a little tricky. So I just have to find out what I'm looking for to hit the gas pedal again. And I think the apex is slightly late, which is also confusing. You know, it's somewhere between the 300 and the 200. That's where I need to brake for that. Though I think eventually I'll be at the 200, and I just need to learn how to brake better. And I'm lifting here just to get around. Oh, Jesus. There I go. So anyway, I'm lifting there to get around that corner, which I think is maybe wrong, but not worried about it. So I need to slow down there. Not quite as much, I think. Maybe I just even need to let off the gas and then brake once I'm going straight again, looking at that next corner. Fourth gear. Slow way down and then get on it to get... Yes, that was better. So I'm in the 134, 135 range. Oh, there's this billboard. Let's try that. That's not bad. That billboard is not bad. I'm gonna keep you. Oh, jeez. Forgot to slow down. I'm gonna keep using that billboard for now. So, I mean, if I can just get a pace where I'm not getting totally run over by the lead cars during that 30-minute race, then I will be happy. Then again, I'm sure I can just forget where my braking point was once again and flat spot my tires. That's another good strategy, I think. Whoops. What the heck was I talking about? Yeah, I'm trying to find places to let the lead cars by. I'm not even really out for safety rating. I'm out for participation right now. Because I've got the rating that at the end of the season, I will have the next license as long as I don't lose too much. Yeah, coasting seems to work. Let's try that. That worked well. It's, you know, I'm sure it's slow as crap, but it'll get me there. So I want to brake after I straighten that out. Okay, that billboard is a little too short. So I just want to be able to do 4 races in this series this week. And that'll get me my next license at the end of the season. I also need to get at least 1 spec racer race in because I'm trying to participate in that whole season really for personal reasons. I'm not going to be anywhere near competing for points or anything like that. I just kind of want to see what would happen if I did make all the races at least, and see if I should look into improving on that or moving on to something else. Okay, this is feeling good now. I think I've gotten to the point where I can execute something. Which means I can start to improve. Still about 134. Don't have any idea what a race pace might be in these cars. And I feel like this line that I've got is pretty stable. I can keep this up. Sacrificing a lot of speed. Yeah, that 250 is way too short. Right now I am sacrificing speed for consistency, and I'm fine with that. Man. Oops. See, the fact that it's blind is killing me. This is feeling good. I'm sure you guys can see the improvements. And the clock is also telling me that I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. 15 minutes of recording time, so I'm gonna keep it up for a little while longer. So I waited a little bit longer, not too much, because I don't want to overshoot this. A little shallow on entry. Wow. That was a huge improvement, and I don't really even know what I did, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd like to keep one braking point, but I think eventually it's going to have to become two. Yikes. Yeah, concentrating on these long sections is how I dumped those 3 seconds. They are certainly the most important part of the track. So I'm thinking race pace is at least like 125. Might even be faster than that. Which is kind of disappointing. Yeah, I'm thinking eventually. I'll turn in a little earlier there, and I can probably at least just about do that full out. Turn in earlier there. Oops. Oh boy. We're losing it here today. By today, I mean on this lap. That back end likes to come out on you on that turn there. It's really not good, because that's an important one. Wait till 200. Oh yeah, definitely, as long as I actually brake enough. That's not the right line. I don't know why I keep trying to do that. There's definitely a way to make it through there all out. I think I can take that slightly faster as well. And I think there might be some setup issues I need to work out, because it doesn't like to turn under braking. But as soon as... Oh, man! That's where... If anything's going to get me in this car on this track, it's going to be right there. It's not going to be easy to recover from either. Oops. Yes, too early there. So this week's the only week that I'm going to be doing the Roof Cup. It's the only track that I own. which means for the rest of the season it's going to be Spec Racer Ford, but also I'm going to get back and do some more oval racing. That was better. Car really likes to loosen up there, and if I keep in it here, then I've got it hit that turn-in point perfectly. Yeah, okay, so it's like there's a let-off. That was too slow to really judge. I was going too slow from the previous turn. But I think there's a way to let off, to go left, and then once, if I turn in a little earlier, then I can have a longer straight where I can do my braking. I think I was saying earlier, there's a setup change I'm sure I can make, because it doesn't want to turn under braking, and as soon as I hear the little bit of squealing, then it gets nice and it just turns right in, which is probably my back end coming around. Whoops. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm up to right now. Excellent. Something like that, you know, in that general range there. So let off, make my turn in, see how there's, yes. The turn-in point's going to be tricky, but I think it's basically the end of the yellow slashes for the pit out, which is going to get dangerous during the race. Jeez. Okay. So that's fun. And now I'm getting distracted by the fact that the water and fuel gauges on my dashboard actually work. Anyway. What was I talking about? Figuring out how to talk and race at the same time is gonna be tricky. It's not as easy as it looks. Yeah, that was not good. So this week we've got Roof Cup and Spec Racer Ford, and unfortunately, both the Legends and the Class C Street Stock is at, oh geez, that's not the turn-in point at all. Both of those cars are at USA, which is so far like my favorite oval track. I don't really own very many, so it's like a bunch of super short tracks. Crap. A bunch of super short tracks like South Boston, and then the Charlotte, and USA. And I like USA quite a bit, and so I'd like to do both of those, but I need to try and get 4 races in on this car, and at least 1 Spec Racer Ford at Watkins Glen, and then I want to try and get both Legends and Street Stock at USA. That seems a touch ambitious, but the Street Stock is a fixed class, so I'm pretty much definitely going to run that. That's just basically, I'm just going to show up see how I do.
4.301.
Turned in way too late. That's better. Almost forgot to brake. I gotta remember to get that turned in quicker. That was a premature correction there, but if I had broken loose, definitely would have saved me. So the other oval track, not circle track. The other oval track cars that I own are the late model and the National Series, which is the old Nationwide car, which is a fixed series. Unfortunately, though, it's a Class D fixed series with no cautions in a car that used to be like a B-class car. So yeah, I'd call it a wreck fest. It wasn't quite as bad as the rookie street stocks, but it's not as much fun as it could be. So I don't know if I'm gonna race there anymore or not. I just bought it because it was a fixed series in my license level that seemed more interesting than that. Oh no, I bought it because it was fixed. Not necessarily more interesting than things like the late model, but I feel like introducing setups that early. I feel like the fact that setups are introduced so quickly is kind of detrimental to working your way up and having fun at iRacing. Even while you're still in rookie, you've got the Legends, which is, I guess, supposed to teach you about setups, but there's so much to learn racecraft-wise, and it's honestly kind of difficult to do so on some levels in rookie because of what you're basically just trying to avoid accidents. I don't feel like I've ever really raced in street stocks. I've just been out there hoping not to get caught up. And then once you get to D-Class, you can't even race the street stocks anymore. You can't do any fixed racing until C-Class. I don't know, I just thought about this now, but that doesn't make any sense to me. It's also not very hard to get yourself up into the C-Class where they've got another street stock series, which is, I think if I remember right, on a little more appropriate tracks than Charlotte. I think I could have kept on the gas there. That would have saved me. That might be the optimal way. So we're coming up on a half an hour here. I think this will be my last lap. And I'm going to pit in so we won't even get to see my time. But my last lap, 1:33.5. Oops. Oh, geez. I just thought the 100 was the 200. So that's a good note to go out on. That's wonderful. Yep.
They say you cut the course.
Yeah, no, I did. I definitely cut the course. At least I remember where pit entrances. I didn't the other day. That's a really annoying sound. That's the pit road speed limiter. I guess I should try and make this a little bit realistic here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tomorrow there will be some actual racing. I guess I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm too far back. Good. In fact, tomorrow I will do the SRF at Watkins Glen, and then get a little more practice in here at Road Atlanta, and then race here maybe Wednesday or so. Actually, that might not be a show Wednesday, but you know, at some point we'll be back to Road Atlanta. We'll do some racing in the roof. We'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting. So, see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.